This is turkey neck. Today we're going to make turkey neck brown stewed. So okay, this is the turkey neck. So now what we're going to do is cut it in some small pieces. Say as small as this, quarter piece in length. So use a knife and a hammer. So after you cut the turkey neck to pieces, add water. We're going to rinse it. Add a tablespoon of white vinegar. Then wash it. Wash it. Make sure it's clean. Now this is what it look like after rinse. So it look clean and pretty. Now we're going to pressure it for 5 minutes. Put to eat a pressure cooker. First put the stove on high. Add oil. Add 2 garlic cloves. After a minute, add the turkey. Then add the browning. With the stove on high, just stir it. After about a minute, add the water. Now, this is a pressure cooker. You gotta make sure that this is on properly, and this is the rubber that you put inside. Just make sure it's flushed. The pressure cooker cover, and then you put it on like this. See? Here, and then you do this, and it's sealed. I don't see the big deal in using a pressure cooker. Pressure cooker save your gas. So I love using a pressure cooker, because if I wasn't using a pressure cooker, I would have to cook this for about an hour and a half. So you just leave this and keep the stove on high. Once it starts to whistle, then you start your timing. It took 5 minutes to start whistle. So now that it starts whistling, put the stove on low for 5 minutes. Put the stove on low for 5 minutes. The ingredients are 2 stalks of scallions, 2 stalks of scallion, 3 medium-sized onions, dice 12 garlic cloves, a piece of thyme cut to the size of 1 finger, 1 ripe Scotch bonnet pepper, half green Scotch bonnet pepper, half a teaspoon of pimento seed, 1 tablespoon of parsley, dried parsley, 1 tablespoon of dried basil, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of oregano. See that? I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. 1 teaspoon of marjoram. 6 whole cloves. 6 whole cloves. This is dried rosemary. Be sure it's fine. Just grind it up as fine. Just grind it up as fine as possible. So this is 1 teaspoon of rosemary, 1 tablespoon of sea salt, a piece of ginger to half the size of your thumb, a piece of ginger, 1/4 cup of coconut oil, 1 tablespoon of white vinegar, 1/4 cup of ketchup, 3 cups of water. Now, after the 5 minutes, I turned it off and it took 20 minutes to cool. Once this is done, this little thing, once this is done, it's okay to remove it. Don't ever take this up like this while it's cooling, because the flavor will come out through here. So look, it's okay, you can take it off now. So you just remove it. So this is what it looks like after 5 minutes. So turn the stove back on high, add all the seasoning. All the seasoning. After a minute, once it comes to a boil, less than a minute, put the stove on 4 and cover it and leave it. That's 4. So it's been 30 minutes. I'm gonna open this for the first time. Ouch. This is what it looks like. So now we're going to add the ketchup for the last 5 minutes. Let's add the ketchup. So turn the stove up for the last 2-3 minutes and let's let it cook out. So this is it. And a tip, if you want to make it thicker, just leave it uncovered and just let it get thick and stew just like this. It'll get thick. This is turkey neck. Turkey neck brown stewed. Brown stew turkey neck. Brown stew turkey neck.